Welcome in, Bluegrass Sports Nation fans. Thanks for tuning us in tonight. It's going to be unbelievable here in the Coliseum the next few days. 14th region basketball action. It's March, Lucas Miller.
It is, and, coming into this regional tournament, a lot of times you come into the regional tournament and there's a clear-cut favorite.
Yeah.
That's definitely not the case this year. When you look at it, several of the district runner-ups have wins over district winners. So I honestly think there's, 7, 8 teams in this regional tournament that, could get hot and win a game or 2 or 3 and find their way to Rupp Arena. And, starting out with this first game, Perry Central, Breathitt, in the last 3 or 4 years, you can't talk about the 14th region without talking about these two teams and these two programs. And, Breathitt County Bobcats have hung 2 banners in the last 2 years and a regional runner-up to go with that. And the regional runner-up that they got was to these Perry Central Commodores, So, obviously, when you come into this game, anything's possible. Breathitt playing with their home crowd and great crowd that's already in here. I expect this place to be packed out here in the next 5-6 minutes. And going to be an exciting week of basketball.
I tell you what, you mentioned these 2 ball clubs and what they bring to the 14th region, but what you alluded to there in the beginning, man, it's wide open. I don't feel like there's any quit or any give up in any of these teams at this moment. They've had games here and there that may have been a roller coaster for them or something didn't go right or maybe somebody was sick or injured. But at this point in time, it's regional tournament time, and I don't see any quit in any of these teams.
No.
I think we're primed here in the Coliseum and here in Jackson, Kentucky this week to see some phenomenal ball games between these clubs.
I agree 100%. Breathitt's going to come into this game tonight, just like any other team playing for their season. And anytime you've got a kid like Peyton Collins that has the ability to go for 30, 35 points on a given night, and the same can be said for Perry Central with Dalton Combs. 2 of the best shooters in the region will be dueling it out here tonight. It'll be interesting to see how both coaches go about this. Interesting thing also, Breathitt County Bobcat head coach Cameron Turner played for these Perry Central Commodores and won a regional title with them.
He looked up at Rupp Arena for the Commodores when he played.
Sure did. And, and obviously, Shannon Hoskins, one of the, top coaches in the last 10 years in the 14th region. His teams are always ready to go. So it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out.
Well, Coach Hoskins' team, we know very well a lot of these young guys we've called for years, but the Commodores coming in at 17-12, taking on the homestanding Breathitt Bobcats at 15-13. Cameron Turner in his inaugural season here as head coach of the Bobcats, and it's a great introduction for him. First game in the regional tournament, he's going to get to knock on the Commodores to see what he can do.
Well, one thing I think that really helps Coach Turner is, in January, he put his stamp on this program. He was able to pick up a big win in the All-A regional championship. And, that proved to his kids that, they can win, obviously, and they can play with any team in the region. And I'm sure Coach Hoskins is telling his kids right now, don't overlook this Breathitt County Bobcat team. Don't let the district championship game fool you. They're going to come out and give everything they have. They're going to be ready to play. So I think we're in for a whale of a ball game here.
Folks, we appreciate you tuning in here on BSN. And once again, 14th region basketball action as we get ready to crown a king here in the 14th region. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back. Get this one tipped off. Perry County Central and Breathitt County live in the 14th region.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields. Offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
All right, folks, we are back. Bluegrass Sports Nation. We're getting ready for the national anthem. Getting the floor cleaned up, getting things ready to go. We will go quiet on the broadcast headsets as the national anthem will be sung here by one of Breathitt County's students. We'll announce that here shortly.
Welcome to Fairce College football boys basketball tournament sponsored by Double Quick and Appalachian Wire. Would everyone please rise for the play of the national anthem? But first, we are going to have a moment of silence for Perry County student Emily Clark. Thank you. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Miss Emily Johnson.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes
Emily Johnson for singing the national anthem here in the Coliseum to get things kicked off here tonight. Great job, Emily. One of Breathitt County's students is finest, and we appreciate her bringing us the national anthem as we get ready for starting lineups here in the Coliseum. The lights go down, and we get ready for the Perry Central Commodores starting lineups. Number 2, the senior, Dalton Combs. Number 23, Mason Sumner. Number 5, Jaden Hacker, a junior for Coach Hoskins. Number 24, Nick Prater.
Starting at guard.
And last but not least, number 4, Caleb Miller. I think I got the number right on that one.
I think his number's actually 12 tonight.
They changed it, I think.
Yes.
And now the starting lineup for the homeboys, Breathitt County Bobcats. Number 1, the senior, Austin McGinnis.
Starting.
Number 11, sharpshooter for this team, Peyton Collins. Sophomore, number 24, Aiden Combs.
Starting at forward.
Forward, sophomore, number 35, Jagger Burton. And the freshman getting the start tonight, number 14, Jaron Fugler. There's their starting lineups for the Commodores and for the Bobcats as we get ready to tip this one off. A lot of electric atmosphere here, folks. With the headsets on, it's all we can do to hear ourselves talk. This place is packed out. Perry and Breathitt ready to tip off. Here right in front of us, Lucas, any last-minute thoughts?
Well, I think, for Breathitt, the big key, I think, is rebounding.
Yeah.
Perry Central's an extremely athletic, extremely physical team. And Perry, they have to establish Combs and Sumner in their offense.
Prater and Burton on the tip, and we're going to get a whistle.
We're going to re-jump it.
Yeah, we're going to re-jump that one. Prater and Burton once again to tie things up here at midcourt. Ball is up. There's a tip, double tip. And the ball going to be chased out of bounds by Aiden Combs, and we'll get a whistle. Referees will talk it over, and it'll go out of bounds off Breathitt County, and the possession will go to Perry Central to start things off here for the Commodores. Coming into the backcourt, Jaden Hacker, the junior, to get things started against the Bobcats. Over to Combs. Now over in the corner to Prater, back out front. Looking inside, can't find anybody. He'll come back out to Sumner. Now back out, top of the key to Hacker.
Looks like Coach Turner is in a complete denial of Combs, and Prater's able to lay that one in.
Prater with the first basket for the Commodores. Commodores come out showing full court pressure to start things off. McGinnis will get it down to Collins. He'll drive baseline underneath. Tried to dump it under, and the ball loose on the court, picked up by Sumner. Down here on this end, Hacker gets it to Miller, and he'll be called for the charge.
Nice job there by Burton getting established and absorbing that contact.
So Burton will inbound it for the Bobcats. 7-10 now on the clock, 2-0 your score. Jagger to toss it in. Looking, trying to get some help. He'll find McGinnis. McGinnis now over to Fugit. McGinnis up the court for Collins. Collins wanted to spot up. He'll drive in the lane from the elbow, shoots a jump shot. It's good.
That's a big shot. Anytime you're a shooter like Collins, seeing that first shot go in has to make you feel comfortable and relaxed.
Big confidence booster to start things out. Over in the corner now, Prater with it. He'll come back out to Hacker. Hacker working against McGinnis. Inside to Prater, underneath against Burton. Ball knocked loose, but I think Jagger's going to pick up the foul. And they're going to talk it over. Yeah, I think they're going to give the foul to Jagger Burton.
Prater's probably one of the top 2 or 3 athletes in the region, just from an athletic standpoint. So, the Bobcats have to watch him once he gets close to the ring.
First free throw is no good for Nick Prater. Sophomore will go back to the line to shoot the second one.
He's been a 75% free throw shooter on the year.
Second one, nothing but net. That'll put PCC up 3-2. Fugit tied up with the press, comes back to McGinnis. McGinnis up to Burton. He'll dish it over to Fugit. Fugit bounce pass underneath to Combs. Combs will bring it back up outside the arc, now top of the key over to McGinnis. He's directing traffic. Peyton Collins comes out to the logo to help out. Burton looking inside, and we're going to get a foul underneath in the lane, and that's going to go against number 5.
And one thing both these teams will have to adjust to, this is different officials working the regional tournament. You have to adjust to how these 3 guys are going to call the game tonight. And it's a filling out process in the first few minutes of the game.
Collins with it now right in front of the Commodore bench. Working against Packer. Hayden Combs with it now. He'll hand it off to Collins. Collins in the lane, shoots the floater off the glass, no good. Big rebound down by Nick Prater, his first rebound of the game. Sumner with it now and
stepped out
of bounds. So turnover, Perry Central will give it to Breathitt County. The Bobcats will inbound here in front of their faithful down the right. McGinnis now to Burton. Quickly up to Collins. He beats Prater. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Underneath, Dalton Combs with a rebound for Perry Central. Combs from the free throw line. He is good. That is one of his favorite shots. Great shooter and a great athlete for Coach Hoskins. You got to appreciate everything Dalton Combs does on the floor.
He's one of those kids, a lot like Collins. Every time he shoots it, you think it's going in. He just has a very, very high basketball IQ. He knows where he wants to get on the floor.
Fugit shot, no good. Sumner will pull down the rebound for the Commodores. Underneath to Hacker, and we're going to get a foul. Whistle will go against Jaron Fugit with 5:10 on the clock. Perry Central up 5-2. Miller to inbound it from the baseline. Referee taking a little time, tie his own shoe. Miller now to throw it in. He'll find Hacker. Hacker looking inside. He'll go cross court over to Sumner. Combs with it now. Back inside to Prater. He'll drive. Kick back out to Hacker. Prater. Top of the key to Dalton. Combs. Now to Sumner. Over to Miller. Now to Prater in the corner. He thought about the shot. He's going to kick it inside to Hacker. Ball comes loose on the floor. Collins comes up with it, and he'll bring it out of there to Fugit. Fugit steps back. He'll fire the 3. Nothing but net for Jaron Fugit on the Breathitt Funeral Home 3-pointer.
I've been really impressed all season with the growth of Fugit, Rob. He's matured as the seasons went, as the Bobcats are able to chase down that rebound.
Yeah, he really has matured, and I tell you what, he loves that shot behind the arc. McGinnis underneath. And we'll get a foul, and I think that's going to go against Miller. We'll see who they give it to. Yeah, that'll go against Caleb Miller. And Austin McGinnis will go to the free throw line. 4:14 on the clock. Tie ball game, 5-all between the Bobcats and the Commodores here early in the first quarter.
Looks like number 1's coming in for the Commodores, but I don't have a number 1 on my roster. Maybe you can find him for Perry Central.
I've got KHSAA here in front of me, and I don't have one. Let's see who that's playing.
Plays football. Plays defensive back for their football team.
Number 1, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Kick over to Sumner. Now back out to Hacker. Hacker top of the key working against McGinnis.
Tyler Robinson.
Hacker inside, dishes underneath the Prater, up off the glass, no good. Jaron Fugit there with a rebound.
Jagger Burton did a good job contesting that without fouling.
Good body control by Prater underneath, just couldn't get the basket. Talking about body control, McGinnis all the way in the lane, up and in. And we got a quick timeout. Bobcats up 4, 9-5. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Big shout out to our executive producer, Matt Hudson, for getting me and Lucas some FaceTime on the camera. We appreciate that. It's always a delight.
Hopefully it don't affect viewership. Yes.
Yeah, numbers may go down. We got a quick shoe tied by McGinnis here on the court.
Rob, if you're Coach Turner, you have to be pleased with how your team has answered after losing the district.
Yep.
And, this big crowd in your home, they haven't shown any nerves, and they've come to play tonight.
They sure have. Robinson from behind the arc fires the three off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Collins will come out of there with it for Breathitt County. Underneath the McGinnis, up, no good. But he'll be fouled hard underneath the basket.
Collins done a good job of hanging onto that ball just long enough to get Robinson out of position to get McGinnis a good shot there.
McGinnis' first shot off the front of the rim, left that to short, no good.
McGinnis is a 67% free throw shooter on the season.
Second shot in the air, and it's good. Dalton Combs will bring it up for Prairie Central. We'll find Robinson. 3:15 on the clock now. Cats up 5, 10-5.
Bobcats are looking to double. Oh, and we got a foul on Fugit there. Coach Turner not real happy with that one.
Yep.
Looks like the Bobcats are looking to double Dalton Combs anytime he gets the ball, which isn't a bad idea, obviously.
Wow. So Prater will step to the free throw line. He's been there once tonight, hit 1 of 2. First one was up and good. I want to say special thanks to Hutch Automotive and Tire Works. They're home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Also First Trust Bank, creating relationships and helping our communities grow. Second shot is good for Nick Prater.
First of the game for the Bobcats as Caleb Neese comes in for Jaron Fugit.
Caleb Neese, the young man, can get the job done when he's in there. He's proved his position, makes the most of his time on the court, makes the pass over to Collins. Collins looking underneath. He'll come back out front to McGinnis. Now back over to Collins, working against Sumner. He's going to step back, fires the three off the rim, no good. Big rebound for Robinson of Prairie Central. Over in the corner to Sumner, looking inside to Hacker. Tied up, spin, shot is up and good. McGinnis tied up, makes the pass to Burton. Burton underneath beats the press to Combs, and the layup is good for Aiden Combs.
Good job there by McGinnis to stay calm in that trap. He picked the ball up, was able to find an open teammate, and led to a layup.
Prater drives in the lane and hits the deck. He's fouled, and he's okay. He's going to walk that one off. Jagger Burton picks up his second foul. Cayeton, the senior, will come in for Jagger.
That'll be a decision Coach Turner and his staff have to make, playing the rest of this half without Burton.
Yep.
That'll be a challenge. He's a very good athlete, gives him a lot of rebounding.
Size and speed both in Jagger Burton. Robinson throws it into Hacker. Thought about the three, drives the lane, up off the glass, no good. Rebound down to Austin McGinnis. Collins with it now, back to McGinnis. Drives in the lane, goes up, and shot's no good, but he'll be called for the charge. Working hard to get to the rim, that time just a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, I think Coach Turner
on his face.
wanting him to just stop, jump stop, and pull up for a 6-footer there.
12-9 your score, 2:01 on the clock. Hacker will walk it up for the Commodores. Over to Combs. Now to Robinson. They'll go in the corner to Prater. Back out to Hacker. Cross court to Sumner. Now bounce pass over in the corner to Robinson. Back out front to Jaden Hacker.
I think Coach Turner is content to let anyone other than Sumner and Combs shoot outside.
Yep. Hacker drives in the lane, puts up the jump shot, no good. Austin McGinnis with another rebound for Breathitt County. McGinnis kicks back to Collins. With a little screen from Combs. Back into Combs in the lane. Dish to Neese. Now back out to Austin McGinnis. The senior will set up shot at the logo. Gets by the screen. Kick to Combs. He'll fire a jump shot. No good off the rim. Robinson battle for the rebound with Neese. And jump ball to call. Possession arrow will keep it here.
There's some of that toughness you're talking about with Neese.
Yeah.
You know, freshman goes in there and sticks his nose in there and gets his team another possession.
Yep. Cayeton to inbound it. Comes to Combs. Bounce pass underneath to Cayeton. Cayeton's going to bring it back out. Breathitt County will set up shop again with under a minute now. 56 seconds on the clock. Coach Turner shouting out instructions. McGinnis goes to work. Finds Collins. Great defense by Hacker, but Collins gets by him. Kick over to McGinnis. Fires the three. No good. Too hard off the rim. Caleb Neese with a big rebound. 40 seconds now on the clock. Collins tied up. Finds McGinnis. McGinnis will set up shop. 32 seconds. Looks over to Coach Turner. Directing traffic now.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Breathitt go for the last one here.
Neese looking inside, comes back out to McGinnis. 18 seconds on the clock. Trying to get by Prater. Screen by Cayeton. In the lane. Bounce pass underneath to Cayeton off the glass, and it's good for Danny Cayeton.
Nice job there by Cayeton to use the left hand to protect that ball.
That's where he's at his best. Fires the long shot. Hacker's three-pointer is no good at the buzzer. 14-9 your score. Breathitt County in the lead. We'll be back after this message.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519, 666-5520. Holbrook Equipment, located just off the Mountain Parkway in Campton, Kentucky, has been your hometown construction and agriculture equipment dealer since 1981. When you're looking for quality, dependable, and efficient equipment, Holbrook is where you can find it. Proud dealers of Kubota, Hyundai, Vermeer, and Lampride equipment, Holbrook prides themselves on matching each customer's unique needs with the equipment that will serve them the best. Come see them today and visit their website at holbrookequipment.com or give them a call at 606-668-7261.
All right, folks, we are back. Thanks to Bobcat Tax, your hometown choice for tax preparation with a $149 starting fee and a price match guarantee. 3 locations in Jackson, Mount Sterling, and Lexington. Now offering referral bonuses. Back to the action. Robinson in the backcourt for Perry Center. 14-9 your score as we open up the second quarter. Over the corner to Combs. Dalton drives baseline. It's going to go out of bounds, and they'll say it went off Perry Center. Combs a little confused there. He thought one of the Breathitt County players knocked it loose, but they'll say it goes off Combs. McGinnis against the full court pressure by PCC to Neese. Neese trying to get it down the court. Trying to break free. He'll find McGinnis. Now to Collins. Spots up, fires the three. In and out. Tipped. And the fight for the rebound. Neese takes it away. I thought Perry Central hit the rebound. And it ends up being a Peyton Collins Breathitt Funeral Home 3-pointer.
Rob, in about 2.5 minutes of action, Caleb Neese has got his team 3 extra possessions.
He's,
as a coach, when you bring somebody off that bench, you can't ask for anything else.
Well,
you go out there and
that's where second chance points start from, man. I tell you got to have that effort. Robinson with the fake comes in, shoots a jump shot, no good. Big rebound down by Cayeton. His first rebound of the game. 2 points for Danny. Another three by Peyton Collins. 2 Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointers to open up the second quarter for the Bobcats. And we got a timeout on the court. We'll be right back on BSN.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price. Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You've tackled your prediabetes. You're eating well, staying active, and reducing stress. You've even made new friends, all because you took charge of your health and lowered your risk for type 2 diabetes. It's possible when you join CDC's National Diabetes Prevention Program. Coaches help you with real-life solutions. This could be you. It can all start today. Find an online or in-person program. Visit cdc.gov/prevent type 2.
Folks, welcome back to Bluegrass Sports Nation. Thanks again to one of our sponsors, Kentucky River Medical Center. At Kentucky River Clinics, we make it easy to schedule your care at our Jackson and Bateville locations right from your phone or laptop. Choose your provider and appointment time at KentuckyRiverAnytime.com. Some great sponsors here for this 14th region tournament, and a great opening for the Bobcats here in the first half. They're up 20-9. Look out. Perry Central with some work to do. Couch brings it up for Perry Central. Sumner with it now. Comes back to Dalton Combs. Combs drives in the lane. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Combs gets his own. It's loose on the court. And we got a jump ball.
And guess who, Rob?
Caleb Neese. Taking some last-minute instructions from Coach Turner and a little pat on the back. Tell you what, physical ball game between these two ball clubs. You're just, and we've seen it from Peyton Collins, but you know that switch is coming for Dalton Combs. He's going to make a shot, and he's going to get hot here in a minute, so the Bobcats got to keep an eye on him. Combs to throw it in for Breathitt. He'll find McGinnis. Back to Combs. Bounce pass up the knees. Cross court to Collins, and it's going to be tipped that time by Tegan Couch and goes out of bounds.
Rob, I don't know if we mentioned it before the game. Our officials tonight are from the 16th region, and they are Jeff Adkins, Joe Codiron, and DeMarco McKisson.
Thanks to those fine fellas for wearing the stripes here tonight. Collins out at the logo. Knocked loose by Combs. Battle for it on the ground. And yet to get a whistle, and finally comes up a jump ball as Collins, Neese, Robinson on the court going after it for these two ball clubs. And Perry Central will get the possession arrow, and Robinson will throw it in for Perry Central. First minutes here in the first half for number 14, Tegan Couch, the sophomores. He'll bring it across the timeline. He'll find Robinson. Open in the middle. They'll come back out to Sumner in the corner, and he'll bounce pass over to Couch in the lane. Shot is good.
It's a nice shot there by Couch. Find that gap.
20-11, the 5:53 mark before either team, or for Perry County got on the scores for second quarter. Foul called against number 1. That is Robinson's third. Nope, it's his second. Foul on Combs, my bad. That is his first. Got it corrected on the scoreboard here in front of us. Combs with it now for Breathitt County. Hayden looking inside. Wanted to go to Cayeton. He'll bring it out front to McGinnis. McGinnis over to Aiden Combs looking inside. Caleb Neese trying to break free. Combs back out to Cayeton. Now back to McGinnis. 5:22 on the clock. McGinnis drives, kicks to Aiden Combs. Combs in the lane. Picks up the dribble and got a spot up. Shoots the jump shot off the window. It's good for Aiden Combs.
It's a really good job there by Combs. He kind of got in a bad spot, but he stayed calm and ended up getting a quality shot as Robinson's able to drive and draw additional defenders and find Prater for an easy 2.
And that time we're going to get a foul on Perry Central. Into the game now for Perry Central. Hacker back in the game. And the other one was number 4. I have number 4 on here. We'll figure out who that is in just a moment.
It's Miller.
Is that Miller?
Yeah, number 12.
We got a whistle here as McGinnis hits the deck.
Could be Josh Miller.
Yeah, Josh Miller.
Josh got a lot of time on the football team running back there. They had a couple of injuries there to Gibson. He's a load to handle there.
Hayden Combs to throw it in. He's looking, got to find somebody. Underneath, bounce pass, knocked loose. Knocked loose again, and Peyton Combs going to be called for the reach-in foul. A little bit of a shove there. I thought he might have been reaching in after it, but they'll get him on the foul with 4:43 on the clock. That is Peyton's first foul. Your score 22-13.
One thing we haven't talked about, Rob, Peyton obviously is relied upon to do a lot of the scoring for the Bobcats, but he's also took a very big responsibility in guarding Dalton Combs and done a really good job so far for a quarter and a half.
One of those stats you don't hear a lot about. Caleb Neese just takes that pass away with the steal. Freshman getting some great minutes out there. Cayeton faced up against Miller now, having a tough go of it. Collins will bring it back out to Hayden Combs. 4:10 on the clock, 22-13 your score.
Coach
Hayden
Turner's
Combs
wanting a timeout, and he
finally got it. Not too happy about it, but when he finally got it, we'll take a break with him at 4:05. We'll be back.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces. Rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky, we are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown home.
All right, folks, we are back to the action. 4:05 on the clock here in the second. And Lucas makes a quick mention. We do want to bring it up. All these cheerleaders here tonight competing in competition here in the 14th region. So all those young ladies out on the court here during the timeout doing their best. Combs to Collins, working against Dalton Combs. Tied up. When we go back to Cayeton, he'll turn, bring it back to McGinnis. Kick to Combs. Combs had a cutter inside, couldn't get him. He's going to drive baseline. Bounce pass underneath, taken away by Hacker. Steal by Perry Central. Hacker in the lane, spins, goes up, no good. Cayeton with the rebound. McGinnis taking some instructions from Coach Turner, brings it across the timeline. 3:22 on the clock, all the way in and underneath. Shot is up and no good, but we'll get a foul. I think that's going to go against, I thought it was going to go against Prater, but it's going to go against Couch.
That's line 2 for the Bobcats.
So Austin McGinnis finds himself, the senior, back at the free throw line. Shot is up. That one's good.
McGinnis done a really good job there. Once he got his shoulder past the defender, he never let him recover. He stayed into him and drove in and drew that foul.
Cayeton and Combs going to get a breather. Jagger Burton and Jaron Fugit back in the game for Breathitt County. Shot is up for McGinnis, a little bit short off the rim. Prater with a rebound. Hacker now across the timeline. He'll get Things rolling for Perry Central on this offensive set with 3:08 on the clock. Prater underneath, the kick inside, bounce pass. Miller will throw it out of bounds, intended for Dalton Combs. Couldn't get there quick enough, and turnover will give it to Breathitt County as Sumner will come back in for Miller.
Perry Central has to get their two big guns going. Sumner and Combs have not been a big factor in this game so far.
Combs has been really quiet, and it surprised me. Neese underneath. He'll drive, kick back to Burton, but Caleb Neese will be called for the walk.
Coach Turner's telling him just shoot that one.
Yeah.
You know, he made a good play, drove, and then, you know, passed up an open layup.
2:52 on the clock, 10-point lead for the Bobcats, 23-13.
One thing that Neese has enabled Coach Turner to do, though, is to leave Burton over there with those two fouls.
Yep, give him some time and rest and save a few fouls for the second half. Big three-pointer. The PBT Bancorp three-pointer is good for Prater. Underneath on this end, shot no good. Big rebound down by Sumner. Up on this end of the court, Hacker tried to get it back in. No call on this end. Hacker spots up, dishes inside, underneath the couch, shot no good. Combs with a rebound. He'll go back up off the rim, no good. Ball tipped, it'll go out of bounds. So a big three-pointer by Prater cuts the lead down to 7 for for Breathitt. Hacker underneath, wide open under the basket was Couch. Easy, high percentage shot for the sophomore.
I think this is a big 2 minutes for the Bobcats here. And Collins is able to stymie this little run by the Commodores and push it back to a 7-point lead. You know, the Bobcats have played really well. They don't want to let the Commodores eat into this lead going into halftime.
Hacker in the corner to Sumner. He'll fire the three. Took a bounce off the rim, no good. Dalton Combs with another rebound, up, and it's good, and he's fouled. Dalton Combs, I told you, sooner or later, the switch was going to flip. When he gets hot, look out. The shooter finds himself at the free throw line now, trying to make the old-fashioned three-point play. And he could cut the lead to 4 with this free throw. 1:37 left here in the first half. Combs' free throw is good. Burton with it now, working to get it up the court against the full court pressure of Perry Central. And we got a foul.
That's a really bad foul for the Commodores. They probably had about a 6 count, and he was still 80 feet away from the basket. Now McGinnis will walk down with a chance to extend the lead.
So that's 2 fouls on Couch. Shot is up for McGinnis, no good. McGinnis at the line for his second shot. It's up and good. 1:28 on the clock. Hacker can bring it up for Perry Central. Over to Couch. Now back to Hacker looking inside. Goes over in the corner to Prater. Underneath now. Couch. Shot is up, no good, but I think that's going to be a foul on Burton. Well, they're going to give that one. Yeah, that's on Jagger. That's his third. Cayeton set to check in. Tegan Couch, the sophomore from the free throw line, 4 points here in the second quarter. Shot is up and good. Laid that one off the glass.
The Commodores, Rob, are probably in the top 10 in the state in free throw percentage as a team. They shoot 72% as a team. That's an extremely high number as a whole team.
You got to love that stat.
And, of course, the announcer comes up to get them.
You got to love that stat in high school basketball, though. You appreciate a team that can hit their free throws. Jagger Burton's 3 is no good. Dalton Combs with another rebound for Perry County. He's got 4 rebounds and 5 points here in the first half. Hacker with it now, looking inside. He'll back things back out. 54 seconds on the clock. Coach Hoskins tell him to put it in motion. Let's go. Couch over to Prater. Now back out to Couch to Sumner. Sumner looking inside. He'll dish to Prater. Underneath to Hacker. Comes back out to Couch. To Sumner. He spots up. Fires a three off the front of the rim. No good. Tip. Hacker dishes underneath to Combs. He goes up off the glass and good. Dalton Combs with another 2 points. Give him 7 on the night. 26 seconds now for Breathitt County. Collins dribbles between defenders. Knocked loose. Hacker comes up with it. 26-24. Prairie Central looking to tie this or take the lead with a three going into the locker room at halftime.
The Commodores have really came out in this second quarter and attacked the lane, and there's a foul
on
by Prater.
Fugit, Jaron Fugit with a rebound, and Prater just a little too aggressive that time, got called for the foul. So Jaron Fugit will step to the free throw line. Shot is up and good for the freshman. He's got 4 points tonight. Hit a big Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer there in the first quarter. Second shot in the air off the rim, no good. Prater with a rebound, 3 seconds. Couch underneath the Hacker off the glass and good. And the Prairie Central Commodores will take a 1-point deficit, put a ton of momentum into the locker room at halftime.
Yeah. The last 4 minutes of that quarter, Perry really amped it up and really started attacking the lane. Breathitt's zone kind of got spread out.
Yep.
But, you know, if you're the Bobcats, it's halftime and you're still up 1.
Yeah.
So,
that's a positive.
I think you have to go in there and say, all right, let's regroup, let's get our bearings, and then come back out in the second half.
Folks, we're going to be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Appreciate you tuning in. We will take a break during intermission. We'll be right back.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Will do.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear, but when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Located just off the Mountain Parkway in Campton, Kentucky, has been your hometown construction and agricultural equipment dealer since 1981. When you're looking for quality, dependable, and efficient equipment, Holbrook is where you can find it. Proud dealers of Kubota, Hyundai, Vermeer, and Lampride equipment, Holbrook prides themselves on matching each customer's unique needs with the equipment that will serve them the best. Come see them today and visit their website at holbrookequipment.com or give them a call at 606-668-7261.
We'll say special thanks to all of our fine sponsors, YPK Motorsports, PBT Bancorp for sponsoring the 3-point baskets by Perry Central here tonight. Also, Breathitt Funeral Home sponsoring the 3-point baskets for the Bobcats. Also, Hazard Community and Technical College, Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, Jackson Medical Clinic and Family Health Care, Family Pharmacy, Appalachian Regional Health Care, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, First Trust Bank, Variety Pizza, Holbrook Implement, Wolf County Farm Bureau, People's Bank of Jackson, Kentucky River Medical Center, Bobcat Tax, Double Quick, and Kemper Furniture. Thanks again to all those fine sponsors for helping us bring you the 14th Region Basketball Tournament. An exciting first half of basketball. We watched Breathitt County come out early, Lucas, and kind of assert themselves and prove that they had something still left in the tank after that loss last week, as they come out, take a, at times 9-10 point lead in this game. But there in the second quarter, Coach Hoskins' Commodore team decided we've had enough of this. And they came back with a vengeance, and they got a 1-point deficit right now.
I think this first 4 minutes of the third quarter is really big for the Bobcats. The Commodores are going to come out and they're going to try to punch them in the mouth here in this first 3 or 4 minutes. And if the Bobcats can weather that storm, and offensively, I think they got a little stagnant, and I think they have to get back to attacking that press. And on defense, I thought the Commodores did a really good job. The Bobcats are trying their best to limit Combs, and I thought the Commodores used that against the Bobcats a little bit, tried to find that open area around the free throw line and got some easy buckets around the rim. But in the regional tournament, you play for the fourth quarter.
That's right.
And, it don't matter how you get there, you're going to get there and give yourself a chance. And, the Bobcats are in a good situation right now. It's a 16-minute basketball game now.
Yep. We want to run down the point totals real quick here in the first half for these gentlemen on the court. We'll go first with the Prairie Central Commodores. Leading the way for the Commodores with 10 points and 2 rebounds was Nick Prater, followed by Dalton Combs with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Tegan Counts with 5 points. Jaden Hacker with 4 points for Prairie Central. For the Breathitt Bobcats, leading the way for Breathitt County is Peyton Collins. He's got 10 points and a rebound, followed by Austin McGinnis with 7 points, 2 rebounds. Hayden Combs with 4, Jaron Fugit with 4, and Danny Cayeton with 2 points for the senior. 27-26 your score here at halftime. We've still got about 2 minutes left here before we tip off the second half action, start the third quarter. We'll take another quick break, and we'll be back to get the third quarter going here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Stay with us.
Located just off the Mountain Parkway in Campton, Kentucky, has been your hometown construction and agricultural equipment dealer since 1981. When you're looking for quality, dependable, and efficient equipment, Holbrook is where you can find it. Proud dealers of Kubota, Hyundai, Vermeer, and Lampride equipment, Holbrook prides themselves on matching each customer's unique needs with the equipment that will serve them the best. Come see them today and visit their website at holbrookequipment.com or give them a call at 606-668-7261.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
All right, folks, to start out the action, Breathitt County will be inbounding the ball right in front of us. Got about 5 seconds left on the clock before the Bobcats and the Commodores try to decide this one in regulation. We've seen it happen before, especially between these two clubs.
Ralph, as we look around and this gym basically full, I've always been a fan of high school regional tournaments being played in high school gyms for this very reason. The atmosphere is so much better. And we're back at it.
Fugit with it now for Breathitt County. Jaron over in the corner. He'll come back out to Jagger Burton, and it'll be off Sumner to stay here with Breathitt County. Burton to throw it in to McGinnis. McGinnis walks it across the timeline. He'll go to work. Bounce pass into Burton. Knocked loose by Sumner. Collins will come up with it. Falls for the screen from Burton, trying to work right. Defense cuts him off. He'll come back out to McGinnis now. McGinnis out at the top of the key. Back over to Collins. He'll fire the long three off the rim. No good. Big rebound for Prater. Nick Prater with 3 big rebounds for Prairie Central. There he is under the basket. Kicks back out to Hacker. Now to Sumner. Dalton Combs over to Hacker now. Hacker will go back to work. Try to get the offense set on this possession. With 7:02 on the clock. 27-26 your score. Bobcats with a 1-point lead. And we got a whistle underneath.
4 on Jagger Burton.
And Burton going to have to walk to the bench as he'll have to sit. And Caleb Neese will come in for him. Caleb with some important play here in the first half for Coach Turner. Some of that youth that is on display for Coach Turner and the Bobcats. Inbound pass to Hacker.
Elevator screen for Combs.
Fires the three. Got him. Dalton Combs with the PBT Bancorp three-pointer. Open things up for Prairie Central. They've got a 2-point lead. First lead of the second half for them. Collins comes back, tries to answer off the back of the rim. No good. Long pass by Sumner down to Prater. And ball came loose. Collins comes up with it for Breathitt County. Into the lane. Nice body control. Can't get the layup. Combs with the rebound for Prairie Central. Prater now. Back out to Caleb Miller. Now back to Hacker. Sumner. Over to Combs. Hacker now in the corner. Spot up three is no good for Miller. Hacker comes up with it for Prairie Central. Combs, heat check, fires it, no good. Rebound by Austin McGinnis, and he's going to be fouled by Jaden Hacker. Prairie Central fans not happy about that foul on the rebound by McGinnis. Austin's got to throw it in. He'll find Neese. Neese trying to get past the pressure. He'll come back to McGinnis. They got to get across the half-court line, and they do to Fugit. Fugit underneath to Combs. Up off the glass and good for Aiden Combs. Breathitt's first 2 points of the second half at the 5:36 mark. Hacker will walk it up for PCC. Combs trying to get loose from Collins. He does. In the corner now to Prater. Back out front to Hacker. Hacker inside to Prater. Dish underneath. Shot up. No good. Back up off the glass with his own rebound was Caleb Miller.
The Commodores are doing a good job of, and Commodores might have got away with one there.
I thought so too. Saved it underneath. Neese went up, blocked by Prater. Prater all the way 90 foot to the other end. Ball goes out of bounds, but we got a whistle and a foul underneath. So Prater, the sophomore, will step back to the free throw line.
Commodores are really using Dalton Combs, not as a decoy. Obviously, they're going to get it to him if he's open. But they're taking Breathitt's aggressiveness to try to prevent Combs from getting it, to getting other people open shots. Kind of using the screener for Combs to be a facilitator.
Prater now 5 for 7 from the line. Shot is up, no good. As McGinnis goes back to work for Breathitt, working against Hacker. Gets a screen from Cayeton in the lane, dishes to Combs. Saves it back to Collins. Collins now goes back to work. Great matchup between Peyton Collins and Dalton Combs. McGinnis now brings it in. Top of the key at the logo, working against Prater. Prater's just an athletic build. I mean, he's lengthy.
Very long.
Yeah. Big defender for Prairie Central. McGinnis trying to get it in the lane. He's going to drive. Spins, comes back underneath the Combs. He'll shoot the jump shot. Aiden Combs, good for 2 points.
It's a nice job there by Breathitt being patient. Prater drives but loses the handle.
Lost the ball that time in the lane, and Breathitt County comes up with it. Here comes McGinnis. Back in the lane, spins up off the glass, no good. Sumner there to pull down the rebound for Perry Central. Dalton Combs now out to Hacker. Hacker in the lane, kicks to Sumner. He's open for three, fires it. Off the rim, no good. Ball tipped by McGinnis.
Great box out there by McGinnis.
Fayetteville cleans it up, gets it to Combs. Now to Collins. Works back to Combs. Hayden will bring it back out to Austin McGinnis, now top of the key. 3:27 on the clock. Dish over to Jaron Fugit. Jaron's going to drive in the lane. Baseline goes up, shot no good. Prater with another big rebound for Perry Central. Hacker kicks back to Prater, steps back, fires a shot, no good. Dalton Combs with a big rebound. Good body control underneath, shot no good, got his own rebound. Ball loose on the court. Combs goes back up and gets the roll. Dalton Combs, one possession with 3 rebounds and the putback, and he goes to the free throw line.
That's a senior not wanting to go home.
We talked about no give up in these teams to open up tonight. Dalton Combs would not be denied on that possession. We will take a break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back. Folks, we are back. Thanks to Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts, located on Highway 15. First Trust Bank, creating relationships and helping our communities grow. First Trust Bank has proudly been serving Hazard for over 20 years. And also Bobcat Tax, your hometown choice for tax preparation. Shot by Dalton Combs is good. Young man with 3 points and 3 rebounds and 1 possession. Fugit to throw it in.
Biggest lead of the game for the Commodores.
McGinnis and the Bobcats able to beat the press, almost taken away that time. Collins spots up. He'll fire the 3. Bounce off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Hacker.
Hasn't been able to get one of those to go this half, but he's going to get hot at some point in the second half.
Hacker looks over to Coach Hoskins on the bench. 2:36 on the clock. Perry Central up 4. Miller drives, kicks, puts the jump shot up and good.
Danger zone this next 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the Bobcats.
Combs over to Fugit. He'll spot up for the 3. No good. Altered by Prater. Underneath, shot no good by Cayetan. Ball loose on the court. Combs comes up with it. And ball still loose. Fugit and Hacker going after it, and it'll stay here with Breathitt County. I don't know how many rebounds I didn't get to count that time on that end of the court. Missed a few that time.
Prater was able to get a hand on the 3 attempt and made it come up short.
37-31, Perry with a 6-point lead. And you said it, a very important 2 minutes for Breathitt County right now. You got to stop the bleeding, so to speak. On the offensive side of things for Perry Central, you're looking for a defensive stop, and that time Fugit and Collins both missing a 3-pointer, which would have been a big shot in the arm for the Bobcats. Collins will throw it into McGinnis. 2:08 on the clock here in the third. Cayetan looking inside. He's going to come back out to McGinnis. Collins working against Hacker. Shut off in the lane. He'll bring it back out. Dump to Cayetan. Pass underneath to McGinnis, and he'll bring it back out for the Bobcats. Kick underneath to Combs. Nice pass and a nice basket by Aiden Combs.
Really good job there by McGinnis to find the open guy for a layup. Stop that little run that Commodores were on.
Miller to Combs, now to Hacker.
The free throw line is where the Commodores have really tried to attack this. Looks almost like a diamond and one defense that the Bobcats are playing.
Hacker underneath against Cayetan. He'll go up. Basket is good. And Hacker will draw the foul on Cayetan. 1:18 on the clock, 33-39. Packer trying to extend that lead. Could be the biggest lead for Prairie Central in the game with this free throw. In and out, missed it. McGinnis with the rebound. Pushes it up the court for Breathitt. He'll fire to Collins, who shoots the three. In and out, no good. Ball tipped. Holmes comes down with it. Fugit thought about it. Collins going to drive in the lane. High percentage shot off the glass, no good.
Good job there by Collins. You know, he missed 2 or 3 threes in a row to get it and attack the rim. You know, get to that free throw line, see the ball go through the net a couple times. Hopefully, might get him going.
So 1:02 on the clock. Peyton Collins from the free throw line. Shot is up off the front of the rim, no good.
Checking in with Commodores.
Collins, an 80% free throw shooter.
Packer going to get a breather, and Robinson in for the Commodores. Collins' second shot is good. Miller running the point now for Prairie Central. Will bring it up. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. 5-point lead for the Commodores. Miller now with it. Over to Robinson.
Coach Hoskins is definitely probably going to take the last one because he'll have the ball coming out, so he'll steal a possession.
Yep.
And this is a regional tournament game. You know, in the regular season, these two teams probably be in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Regional tournament, everybody scouts a little more. The defense picks up a little bit more. And, you know, this game will probably be in the 50s.
17 seconds now. Miller waiting for the green light from Coach Hoskins. Fugit comes out to D him up. Trying to get the screen from Prater. Kick over to Robinson. He'll fire it with 5 seconds on the clock. Robinson with a PBT Bancorp three-pointer. And that'll bring us to the end of the third. Your score, 42-34. Prairie Central extends their lead by 8. We'll be back after this message.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Thanks to Kentucky River Medical Center and Kentucky River Clinics, we make it easy to schedule your care at Jackson or Bataville. Check them out at KentuckyRiverAnytime.com. Miller with it now for Prairie Central to open the fourth quarter. We'll find Robinson. Robinson with a big three. Kicks it back to end that corner. Over in the corner to Sumner for three. No good. McGinnis with the rebound for Breathitt County.
Rob, the Bobcats and there's an unforced turnover by the Bobcats. I was going to say they really need a bucket here.
Yeah. Well, they got outscored 9 points there in the third quarter, 16-7. So a lot of work to do for the Bobcats here in this final 7:39. Robinson with it, working against Collins. He'll drive in the lane up against Cayetan. No good. Cayetan with a rebound.
Bobcats will probably try to pick the tempo up a little bit here. We're going to have a foul, I think, on Robinson.
Collins to inbound it right in front of the Bobcat bench with 7:25 on the clock. He'll come back to McGinnis. McGinnis working against Robinson. He'll find Collins. Collins baseline. Floater off the glass is good for Peyton Collins.
Now the Bobcats have to string together 2 or 3 stops.
Yep. Very important possession here with 7:08 on the clock. Miller over to Robinson. They'll come back out to Dalton Combs. Collins picks him up. Ball gets loose, throws it away. And that turnover will give it to Breathitt County with 6:57 on the clock. So there's one defensive stop. Hoskins and the Commodores not too happy about that call. Collins able to knock it loose, and that time the ball got away from Prairie Central out of bounds. Clutch last by PCC. Breathitt got to go to work. Trying to make opportunity off the defensive stop. Collins step back three off the glass, no good. McGinnis, wow. Austin McGinnis's Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer is good. Looked like it was altered and still went in. 6:30 on the clock, 39-42.
I have some kids there. And there's a timeout by the Commodores to try to regroup a little bit there. And it's a 30-second. We'll take a 30-second with them. Be back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks, stay with us at the end of the game. We will bring you the YPK Motorsports player of the game, thanks to YPK Motorsports. Now with 5 locations across Eastern Kentucky and Virginia, ready to give you your family's next outdoor adventure. Visit them at ypkmotorsports.com. Thanks again to them for sponsoring our player of the game. Lucas and myself will try to decide that one here as the fourth quarter winds down to 6:25 on the clock.
Definitely to be determined.
Yeah, it's wide open right now. Yeah. Prater over to Miller. Collins trying to take it away, and Collins going to be called for the foul.
It's one of those hustle fouls,
Yeah.
you know, as a coach. You hate to say much because, you know, he's trying to make a defensive play. Just got a little too aggressive. Just the first foul, though, on the Bobcats.
6:16 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Peyton Collins picks up his 3rd foul. Miller. Hacker over to Combs. Now back to Hacker in the corner to Prater. Back to Jaden Hacker. Now to Sumner. Sumner hands it off to Dalton Combs. Dalton Combs over to Miller. Miller with Peyton Collins all over.
I look for the Commodores to try to overload the baseline at some point here and get a bucket. And
Floater underneath is good for Landon Miller. Combs over to Collins. The baseline underneath the K. It's an open. Blocked by Prater. Prater just got after it defensively. Took that one away. 44-39 with 5:24 on the clock. Miller underneath to Prater. There for the dunk. Nick Prater just heard Lucas Miller and myself say the player of the game was wide open right now. Making an effort for Prairie Central. Collins fires the 3. Nails it. Peyton Collins with another Breathitt Funeral Home 3-pointer, stating his case out here on the hardwood. 4:54 to go. 42-46. Your score, Prairie Central up 4. Miller to Prater. Inside to Hacker. Drives against Cayeton. Tied up. Comes back out to Miller, top of the key. He'll drive, kick to Prater. Cross court to Hacker. In the corner to Sumner. He'll fire the 3. Mason Sumner with a PBT Vancourt 3-point basket. Cross court pass intended for Fugit. Knocked out of bounds by Hacker. Jagger Burton will come in for Danny Cayeton. Burton will inbound it. 49-42 your score.
The elevator screen for Collins. Couldn't get his footwork right.
Yep, couldn't get open. Got somebody in his pocket. Passes to Combs. Hacker was all over him that time in the lane. He'll spot up, fire the 3. No good for Collins. And Aiden Combs says, I didn't touch it. It goes out of bounds off Prater. It'll stay here with Breathitt County. .409 on the clock. Burton to McGinnis. McGinnis working against Dalton Combs. Now to Collins. Back to McGinnis. Back to Collins. Spots up. Fires the long three off the back of the iron. No good. Tipped by Prater. And it'll come down to Miller. So with 3:48 on the clock, Miller will walk it up for Coach Hoskins and the Commodores.
Collins has had to expend a lot of energy on the defensive end tonight. You know, that might be playing into some of those shots coming up short.
Miller to Hacker, back to Miller. Now back out to Sumner. That time underneath. Landon Miller with another basket.
Well, after a timeout here by Coach Turner as he sees this starting to slip away. In the next 3 minutes, you know, he's going to have to get several scores and several stops for the Bobcats to have a chance to come back here. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll take it with them. Be right back here in 1 minute on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Thanks again to our sponsors, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. First Trust Bank, creating relationships and helping our communities grow. Proudly serving Hazard for 20 years. Burton on the inbound, tries to get it to Fugit. And going to get a foul on Miller on the inbound.
Neither team close to the bonus here. If you're Breathitt and down 9 right now, you've got to take that and be ultra aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Burton to inbound to Collins. 3:18 now to work for the Bobcats. Long pass taken away by Miller. Intended for McGinnis. And Miller there steps in the passing lane and takes it away for PCC. 3:06 now, 3:05 on the clock. Miller all the way in the lane. The layup is good. He said, why not? I'm open. I'll take it. 6 points for Landon Miller here in the second half. Pass up to Burton. Tied up. He finds McGinnis in the lane. Dish in the corner to Fugit. Jaron spots up. Fires the three.
Had to have it.
And Sharon Fugit with a Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer is money.
Bobcats pick up full court here now.
Lift Miller again. Dish underneath to Prater. One hit is up and good for Nick Prater. McGinnis underneath the Combs. Finds Collins. He fires the three. Open, no good. Ball loose, comes up Hacker.
Showtime.
Hacker finds Prater. Prater all the way to the rim for the one-handed slam. Nick Prater for Perry Central to give them a 57-45 lead. Aiden Combs on this end, no good. Prater with another rebound. Hacker will bring it across court for the Commodores. Finds Miller underneath off the glass, no good. Burton with a rebound. Burton will bring it up for the Bobcats. Passes to McGinnis. Thought about it. Dishes inside to Combs. Step back three for Jaron Fugit. Another one. The Breathitt Funeral Home three-pointer. Jaron Fugit's favorite shot. Tell you what, the freshman not afraid to step back and put it in the air. Prairie Central now. Over to Combs. Back to Hacker. He'll find Sumner. 48-57 your score underneath to Hacker. Comes back out to Miller. Back to Hacker. Prairie Central playing a good game of keep away.
You see the veterans here now not forcing anything.
Cross-court passes, making good plays with the passes. That time, I jinxed him. It goes out of bounds, but it was touched last by Breathitt County. When we get a quick timeout on the court, we'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back with 30.
Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You've tackled your prediabetes. You're eating well, staying active, and reducing stress. You've even made new friends, all because you took charge of your health and lowered your risk for type 2 diabetes. It's possible when you join CDC's National Diabetes Prevention Program. Coaches help you with real-life solutions. This could be you. It can all start today. Find an online or in-person program. Visit cdc.gov/prevent-type-2.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett Furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price. Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
All right, folks, we are back. 1:11 on the clock, 48-57 your score. And the Bobcats trying to stop this offensive onslaught by Perry Central. Perry Central got the lead and has not relinquished it. They have continued to pour on the baskets. Nick Prater, just a big force for Perry Central right now. And you made mention all the veterans on this Perry Central Ball Club doing all the things right now, Lucas.
Well, you know, a kid like Dalton Combs has been in so many big games, and same thing can be said for Mason Sumner. And it's, you know, a calming influence when you got two leaders out there that's so strong with the ball. Neither team in the bonus here, so just 2 fouls apiece. So the Bobcats will have to foul pretty quick.
Jaden Hacker, the junior, to throw it in for the Commodores. He'll come out and go to Miller, and Miller will be fouled quickly by McGinnis. That'll stop the clock at 1:07. Hacker to Combs, working against Dalton Combs and with Aiden Combs. Aiden Combs there for the foul. Stops the clock with 1:05. Perry Central will throw it back in. Hacker on the inbound. Perry Central stacks in front of him. They'll go to work, find Sumner. Sumner going to be fouled by Neese.
Sumner will go to the line now. That's the 5th foul.
Mason Sumner at the free throw line. The senior. Hitting 4 points here on the night. He'll get one more shot with 1:04 on the clock. 10-point lead for Perry Central. Make it 11. Inbound to McGinnis. Now back to Jaron Fugit. Breathitt still working to beat the press. McGinnis will bring it across with 58 seconds on the clock. Dishes inside to Aiden Combs. And Combs tied up under the basket. He'll find McGinnis.
And Bobcats really got to go. As McGinnis is able to rattle a 3 home.
Finds the basket on a Breathitt Funeral Home 3-pointer. Quick whistle. He'll go against Aiden Combs. That is his 2nd foul. 37 seconds on the clock. 8-point lead for Perry Central.
Kind of a tale of 2 halves, Rob.
Yep.
You know, the first half, for at least probably 15 minutes of the first half, the Bobcats really dominated the first half.
Yep.
And then, you know, the Commodores come out in the second half and have really dominated and imposed their will.
Combs' first free throw is good. He'll go back to the line for another. Second one in the air, and it's good. The senior Dalton Combs trying to seal the deal for his Commodores. 36 seconds now. 10-point lead. McGinnis working against Hacker. Dishes underneath the Combs. He'll fire the jump shot, and it's good for Aiden Combs. Hacker to Miller. Going to be fouled by Collins. 53-61. 20.4 left on the clock, and Miller will go to the free throw line.
And getting close to that point, I think, where Coach Turner is probably going to say, no more fouls.
Yeah. Shot is up and good.
That makes it a 9-point game with 20 seconds to go.
Second shot off the rim, no good. Combs pulls down the rebound for Breathitt County. Kick to Fugit. Fugit going to drive in the lane, up off the glass and good for Jaron Fugit. We've got another quick timeout on the court. We'll keep it here and we'll talk about our fine sponsors. Thanks again to Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, First Trust Bank, Variety Pizza, Holbrook Implement, Wolf County Farm Bureau, People's Bank of Jackson, Kentucky River Medical Center, Bobcat Tax, Double Quick, Kemper Furniture, YPK Motorsports. Once again, YPK, thanks to them for sponsoring our player of the game, who we'll announce here shortly. PBT Bancorp, Breathitt Funeral Home, Hazard Community and Technical College, Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, Jackson Medical Clinic and Family Health Care, Family Pharmacy, and Appalachian Regional Healthcare. We appreciate all those fine sponsors here tonight, bringing you the action in the 14th Region Tournament. The Commodores and the Bobcats. What a matchup it's been between these two. 7-point lead right now for Prairie Central, 62-55, 12 seconds left on the clock. Coach Turner with some last-second instructions for his Bobcats out on the court. And Hacker to throw it in for Prairie Central. Looking, he'll find Combs. Combs going to be fouled in front of the Breathitt bench.
That's the one guy you did not want to let have it if you're the Bobcats.
So Combs will go to the free throw line for Prairie Central.
87.8% on the season.
Peyton Collins will check out with 5 fouls. Last game here in the Coliseum for Collins. Cayetan into the game. Collins just a crazy sharpshooter for the Bobcats. You got to like the youth and exuberance that he's shown every season here for the Bobcats. And the young man, just a junior. Last game this season for Peyton. Cayetan underneath. Shot no good. 3.4 on the clock. 64-55 your score.
One thing that, Coach Turner, I'm sure he's not a big believer in, wins when you lose a game and your season ends. But, I think they've had a lot of success this year establishing, coming in this year, a lot of people thought this Breathitt team would really struggle.
Yeah.
And they had a really good season.
They did.
And, they accomplished a lot, won an All-A championship, and, that's something to hang their hat on.
Oh, yeah. A youthful ball club, but the season will come to an end for the Bobcats as Prairie Central is victorious, 64-55. We'll be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation to wrap this one up here for you.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Thanks again to all of our fine sponsors here tonight. We want to say special thanks to YPK Motorsports, now with 5 locations across eastern Kentucky and Virginia. They offer in-stock machines ready for your family's next outdoor adventure. Visit them at ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride. The YPK Motorsports player of the game in tonight's first matchup between Breathitt and Perry Central will go to the sophomore for Perry Central, number 24, Nick Prater. Got him here for 6 rebounds and 17 points. The young man, Lucas, just anywhere Coach Hoskins and the Commodores needed him to be, he was there tonight.
Well, he scored, but I think, to be honest, the biggest impact he had on the game was on defense, changing shots and blocking shots.
You're exactly right.
You know, I mean, he obviously, scored for the Commodores, and that was a big help. But he changes so many shots in that lane and deters people from trying to attack the rim. And, the Commodores, we knew coming in, they were a very good ball club, and they showed it because that's what good teams do. They got punched in the mouth by a really aggressive Bobcat team.
Yeah.
And they stayed calm, executed, worked their way back into the game. There's a 1-point game at half, and then took control of the game in the second half. And that's what championship teams do. So, Coach Hoskins, to nobody's surprise, is going to be a problem for anybody wanting to win this region.
Well, Coach Hoskins, that name is known well. And congratulations again to Nick Prater, the young man, the YPK player of the game here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. As Perry Central goes away in this one, a winner, 64-55 over the Bobcats. Folks, we will be right back in just a few minutes with a brand new stream as we're ready to get set to bring you the Powell County Pirates and Letcher Central here in the second game tonight in the 14th region. We'll see you here in just a few minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.